How's it going, everybody? All right, welcome back to RPG Quest. We are back. The game 408. All the votes are coming in. Oh, the hype train's coming. So much Sephiroth. Thank you. How's it going, everybody? Welcome back. Welcome back to RPG Quest. We're back. Thank you so much. Discarsic, hello. Dead Tail, thank you so much for the tier 2 sub Discarsic. Dead Tail, hello. Ace Dude with the sub. Thank you so much, Ace Dude. Tex, how's it going? Jim. Aratu with the other sub. Thank you so much, Aratu. It's awesome, everybody. Moonlit, ENC. If you do sub, by the way, good idea to do a vote again because it'll knock your vote to like a tier two or a tier or sorry a sub vote, which will give you additional like points. So just do another like vote two, and it'll give you or whatever. Yeah, I think you voted for two, and it'll give you some more points towards that vote. How's it going, Moonlit? Yes, Fuo. Welcome back, everybody. Yes, Sephiroth is awesome. In a crazy week of work, it's been busy, busy, busy. But we're back to some more. See if I remember how to play this game now. It's been like a week. I don't remember what the heck I was doing in the game so far. The NEP was fine, actually. Like, NEP is one of those games that, viewing in without, like, having played it or anything, you just assume, like, oh, this is going to be, like, this fan service heavy game, there's going to be a lot of, like, cringy stuff. It was genuinely funny. A lot of, like, interesting characters. The characters are, like, were funny. And, yeah, it was enjoyable. The combat, like, the actual gameplay of the first one, anyways, was pretty shit. So that definitely brought down the game, but apparently that's something that they've improved in later iterations of the game. So I don't know. I'm looking forward to the other NEP games now. So yeah, it was good. Taking a break from Baldur's Gate 3 to have breakfast. How is Baldur's Gate 3? I'm hoping. I don't know. I haven't checked any announcements or anything, but I keep hoping that they're going to release a physical, or they're going to announce a physical release at some point for PS5 or whatever. So I'll definitely pick that up. Either way, I'm not picking it up at the price it's at now, like $95 for a digital version of the game. Hell no. All right, start the game. Continue where we left off. I don't remember where the heck we ended up. We're in what act are we in now? 2, 3? I think we got to be in Act 3. I don't know. I don't know how many acts there was in the first one, so no idea how far into the game I am. It's one of those games that doesn't really give you a good indication of like it's like are you close to the end or not. No. I have my 40+ hour a week job. This is just a hobby. This is just the in between stuff. This is like it's what I do for fun. It's what I do to relax. Baldur's Gate 3 is an example of what D&D is like. You play with friends and table is amazing. Oh yeah. Yeah, apparently like there's a lot of a lot of hype for it. Like it's doing quite well, which is great. I love Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, and obviously the little side games like this here, but I played a lot of Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 back in the day, so definitely looking forward to trying 3 at some point. But, I'm definitely not in any rush to play it. Got a bajillion games to play. I know, right? To be fair, I'm sure a lot of people put that many hours in the hobbies over many years, right? Oh yeah, we can't turn in or we can't get the next tier of this Umdual research thing. I'm assuming the next act. Yeah, we're going to this Halls of the Hammer. That's where we're going. All right, so we're going to the Halls of the Hammer. How's my inventory doing? Did I unload it? Good. How are we doing for potions? Got 5 recall. Bunch of gems. Too many gems. Alright, let's get on to the Halls of the Hammer. I don't remember if no, I don't think I had a teleport location. So I think I finished like one little side area or like kind of something that happened on the way to the Halls of the Hammer. Seeing visual D&Ds making their home games better, richer roleplay experiences. Yeah, that's kind of cool. I wonder if you could There's probably mods for it to like actually play like an actual D&D campaign with friends in the game kind of thing. Like probably have like a DM mode or something. I wouldn't be surprised if they do that if it's not already a thing in there. Vampire Masquerade, yeah. Hype train success. Yeah, Vampire Masquerade. Well, except for that werewolf game I played, which was part of the Vampire the Masquerade system, whatever, but totally different. Definitely not an RPG. I can't stop touching it, Tex. Choo choo. Awesome hype train. Divinity 2 has a formal DM node. Yeah, I enjoyed Divinity Original Sin. It's the only one I played so far. I played that with the fast forward not too long ago, so that was an enjoyable game. Definitely like those kind of games. Obviously, they're games that are primarily on PC. I mean, there's only a couple console versions, but I mean, considering all the Baldur's Gate games got re-released on PC at some point, or on console, I should say, and you know, the original or the Divinity series, the Pathfinder series, I think, as well. Oh yeah, for sure. Like I played a lot of that stuff between like the pretty much between the SNES and PS2. I was mostly a PC gamer, and I played a lot of those Western RPGs. I never got into stuff like the Ultima games and that, but the kind of D&D style ones with parties and stuff like that, definitely had a lot of fun with those. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's definitely going to get, I mean, considering how popular it is right now, it's definitely getting a lot of support. God damn, these slimes do so much damage. Just murdered my Skelly boy. Yeah, Wizardry Games, not a fan of those kind of dungeon crawlers. I mean, I've grown to enjoy them more over time, but definitely nothing compared to like the classic, you know, Baldur's Gate style games. I forget how to how to play now. Troll. I need to change this. You know, I'm gonna save this as a setting. Again, so many games that are dark, I need to like put the limited thing so I can actually see what I'm doing. Otherwise, it's too dark on my OLED. There was a Wizardry MMO. That would have been... I could see Core playing that. Text-based RPGs, yeah. I mean, I played a lot of EverQuest back in the day, and EverQuest was basically like a graphical mud. You know, like a lot of those multi-user dungeon online RPGs. I mean, that was basically what that was. God, why do these do so much damage? It's crazy. Slimes absolutely murder my skeleton. It must be weak to acid or whatever the heck that they're using. Yeah, I played the... Well, that's the last Wizardry I'll have... I get to play on RPG Quest. Last official Wizardry. Well, it wasn't really an official. That was like a Wizardry Gaiden game. But there's a lot of Wizardry-like games, obviously. The Etrian Odyssey games, for example, are very Wizardry-like. Stuff like Dark... I forget what it's called.
I could use this time to study.
Dark something on the DS. There's definitely there's more on the handhelds, and obviously there's a lot of just dungeon crawler style games, mostly on handhelds. A lot of them, of course, in later games is mostly like anime fan service kind of style games. So there is definitely that, but. Yeah, probably, but never released physically, at least not in English, so... Most of those games were Japan only. Japan really loved their wizardry. Like, it was big in Japan. North America, yeah, Darkspire, thank you, Reg. How's it going, Reg? Oh, exactly. Like, it sucks getting deep in and just... You suddenly find a group of enemies that just instantly, like, murder your guys. or worse, you know, like de-level you. Like, considering, you know, those games where leveling up is a slow process and suddenly you just, you know, you just lost like hours of time. What are those things? Those things were slow. They're very dead. Like hobby can take a lot of time. Yeah. 6,000 hours in WoW. Yeah, see, I believe it. I played a lot of EverQuest back in the day. I know what MMO addictions could be like. That's why I stay far away from MMOs now. Like I am burnt out on MMOs. Of course, now I'm just playing like offline RPGs instead. Totally different thing. It's completely different, I swear. Onion bagels, Red, what are you doing? Spit those out. Ow. The dot hack. Yeah, good old dot hack. Luckily, I'm done with dot hack for now until we get to the GU series. The weird effect from that lamp. It's just take whatever's behind it and just wiggle it a bunch. Yeah, hopefully GU is better than the original though. Like, the original's such a slog. Especially the AI being like absolutely brain dead. That didn't help things. You have to constantly tell them what to do. It was frustrating. So let's hope that's better with the later games. Oh yeah. I don't want to know how much time I spent in EverQuest, but I played it like religiously basically for like 8 years or so. So yeah. I'm sure I spent more time playing that than I've done with RPG Quest so far, by far. Which didn't help since I was in, like, university at the time. You get those courses that the professor basically just reads from the book. It's like, yeah, I'm not going to that, I'm not going to that class. I'm just gonna, like, read out of the book. Play some EverQuest instead. Hey, Shrugu, how's it going? Oop, cutscene. What we got? This looks very precarious. They're gonna, like, do things to knock us off the side, aren't they? This'll be fun. Save. Start on this side. Okay, they don't seem to be actually, like, actively knocking us off, though, which is good. Make that jump. Ugh. Open chest. Gold and a superior battle axe. Gotta love AoE attacks. Damn it, skeleton, stop doing that. Every time he just teleports in front of me instantly. surprised they don't give these guys any sort of knockback, because that would be a lot worse. Gotta get all the XP, all of it. I was gonna jump back, but I'm like, nah. That's stupid. How does it compare to Brotherhood of Steel? Yeah, I mean, it's obviously better than Brotherhood of Steel. I mean, this one has actual classes versus Brotherhood of Steel. I mean, there's 3 different characters, more I guess you unlock later, but I imagine other than like slightly different weapon choices, they were played basically the same. So, hey Baines, how's it going? Fighter, rogue, and a wizard, and cleric walk into a dungeon. Fighter says, keep an eye out for mimics. Got it, said the rogue. No problem, said the wizard. Of course, said the cleric. Mimics aren't real, said the treasure chest. So they all murdered the cleric. Those clerics don't speak. Silly cleric. Clerics don't have time to speak, they're too busy healing. I don't know why I picked up that shoddy leather. Has there been mimics in this one yet? We need mimics. If I walk in a big-ass room full of chests, then I'll be careful. Hop, hop, hop. Dear God, they're trying to kill us. So dangerous. Man, Necromancer's too OP. Best class for sure. Imagine if I'd still been playing that monk I chose at the beginning. That would have been boring. Hilton just like falls to his death and just teleports back. Guess you can't die if you're already dead. I'm doing a necromancer. Yeah, I tried the monk first, and like, it's just gonna be a whole lot of punching. Let me try something a little more, you know, interesting with more variety. So I switched over to necromancer. I'm happy with the choice because, you know, it's more fun being to try different things. Plus, you know, you do have an extra party member, kind of. So that always helps. And that dude was tanky. This game would definitely be a lot of fun multiplayer too. It's definitely a game that you'll have a lot of fun with other people. I mean, some classes like cleric would be kind of shitty by themselves, I would imagine. Like, what's the point of being cleric if you're basically just healing yourself? Dual-wield longswords. It's kind of weird. I can't imagine a monk dual-wielding swords. That just seems odd. I mean, I remember playing a monk in Neverwinter Nights, and I had a lot of fun playing that with a monk, so that's why I kind of started off the monk, and then looking at the abilities and stuff, it's like, yeah, this isn't going to be anywhere near as interesting, so I'm going to switch. It's a lot of chests. There's definitely going to be a mimic. Nope. Speaking of mimics. So you just say their name and they show up. Bricks. Or if they get affected by like AoE spells like this, can we just like nuke them from range and... BBEG, what? Beg. What even are these things? Some sort of like dwarves. Hey Clipless. Happy weekend. Because I'm working on Monday, so it's not much of a long weekend for me, unfortunately. I got the short end of the straw this time. Oh god, okay, yeah, so they definitely... They're not visible until you actually try to open them. This'll be fun. Can I send my skeleton in to open them? Come on, Skelly bro, open the chest. Nothing bad will happen. Yeah, okay, these must be undead because I'm not getting any health out of them. Some sort of undead dwarves or something. Big-bagged evil guy. This is the official name in this one. Big-bagged evil guy. It's like the... I forget if blue is good. Yeah, red is like resisting, blue is extra damage, I guess. You just shatter my skeleton. How does my skeleton freeze, first of all? Good old Skelly boy. He served his duty. And we'll just summon another Skelly boy. It's totally not a mimic or anything. Definitely not mimics here. Not at all. That wasn't a mimic. What are we doing for room? Surprised I haven't filled up yet. Hey Zerdine, how's it going? Happy weekend. It's like you gotta run as soon as you try to one of those things, like just in case they decide to nip you in the face. Okay, yeah, that thing's still alive. I thought he was dead. Oh god, run away! Had the week off and played Baldur 3. Nice. How many times did you beat it? I'm assuming Baldur's Gate 3 is definitely one of those games that you take a long time to beat. It's probably a lot of side content. from what I hear, the end isn't exactly, or the ending isn't exactly well fleshed out yet, though, so feels like more one of those early access kind of games. Definitely no rush for me to play it. 20 hours? Nice. How many romances have you had? Gotta romance them all. Well, feels suspicious. None so far. Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing with any of those Western RPGs, they give you a character creator, man. Our IP, like, the first 5 hours. You'll spend like 2 hours making a dude, played for like 5 minutes, like, alright, back to the character creator. Only long rested twice. You gotta do that more often. Gotta get your social links up or whatever. Is this better than last Baldur's Gate? I barely remember much about the old Baldur's Gate. I mean, the old Baldur's Gate definitely had a better barkeep. Definitely a way better barkeep. The info sheet they came out with, people spend an average of 1 hour in character creation. Only an hour? That seems kind of low. I guess there are players who are not used to those kind of games who just kind of go in, pick a character and start playing. And then the average person who's actually played like a kind of a Baldur's Gate kind of game before will spend like 5 or 6 hours at least. Two hours, yeah. Each leveling up takes time too, yeah. Well, I guess it is kind of like it is D&D, so leveling up in those generally. I mean, I remember a lot of the earlier D&D games, you're lucky to get to level 4 before the game ended. As clean as an oven hours. But by last Baldur's Gate, are you talking about like the Dark Alliance game? Because yeah, that I wouldn't count that. We're talking about Baldur's Gate 2. Where's he going? It's just gone. It's like it's going back to his people. See, the chests have shadows. I wonder if that means they're like mimics. Yeah, so I guess if they have a shadow, it's a mimic. So look for chest shadows. Well, I mean, there's probably a lot of customization for different feats and stuff like that. I mean, there's probably so much in depth you can get into those things. Yeah, so far everyone with the shadows. So as soon as you see a shadow, you know it's a mimic. This one knows the shadow too. Okay, well it's 4 mimics in a row. So now that I started noticing the shadow, every single chest I've seen was a mimic. Dark Alliance on hard and picking the dwarf and having bad time and quitting. You know it's bad when you put the Baldur's Gate name onto it. It's just Dark Alliance. Like, yeah, it probably has something kind of maybe to do with, the original Dark Alliance games, but probably not. Poison is nasty. What is it? Okay, so there goes my hypothesis of shadows being mimics. Someone had a shadow too. X number of stat points, yeah. I mean, that's definitely more fair than just rolling, because, yeah, rolling would kind of suck. And of course, you'd have, you know, with heavy RNG like that, you would have some people who just roll like godly stats. Some people just have shitty stats. And what's the point? You just roll forever and eventually get the stats you want. So it's better just having like a set number of points. Maybe depending on your like race and your class, you have like X number of additional bonus points or something. God, this poison is nasty. We're doing for armor here. Need to throw some like gems on this armor. It's true their version of Starfield's going over $100 US. I mean, that's pretty normal, isn't it? Isn't there always like one of those digital deluxe, like, here's a bunch of extra crap stuff. You want all this stuff, you gotta pay us through the nose kind of version. It's almost expected nowadays. I mean, considering Starfield, that's the first, like, Xbox exclusive RPG in, like, the last 2 generations, so I'll have to pick up an Xbox at some point. Yeah, it's so stupid. The digital deluxe ultra edition with season passes and all the... It's like, come on. And then you get stuff like Baldur's Gate 3, which has, like, you know, none of that bullshit. Yeah. I mean, that sounds like... This just sounds like the deluxe, the digital deluxe edition. Sounds like Garfield. Does it hate Mondays? Where do I use this key that we got from the dwarf? I really hate when we're in areas that don't have living creatures that can lifesteal from. There's a lot of that in this game. Just negate the necromancer's like best ability. Mimic? No? Ransometer. I wonder if the, like, the key that I got from Dwarf, if this is opening any of these chests. Like, maybe I can't open any of these chests unless I have that key. Oh yeah, I mean, it definitely will be at some point. Unless you have FOMO and you absolutely need to play it now, you're better to wait. Same thing with Baldur's Gate 3, like right now, like whenever it comes out for... Is it out for PS5 yet? I forget, but... Like, just the digital basic version for PS5 is 95 bucks Canadian. Like, that is just stupid. Like, that is just absolutely stupid for digital release of a game. 95 bucks. So yeah, there's no way I'm picking that up at that price. If it goes down on sale for like, I don't know. Oh, there you go. Goes on sale for like, I don't know, 50 bucks digitally, assuming there's no announcement at that point of a physical release. I may pick it up. But until then, skeleton, help! I'm being attacked. Kind of hard to tell what this thing is. Ow! Hey, Sev, how's it going? Stupid. It is stupid. Final Fantasy 8. I don't know. I definitely. I'm one of the minority that seems to enjoy Final Fantasy 8. You know, the draw system, yeah, it's kind of annoying, but it's definitely a very enjoyable game. The best Final Fantasy? No, of course not. But for what it was fine. Alright, so how much did I pay for this key? Like 4,000 bucks? Maybe I got 4,000 bucks worth of gold. Doesn't seem like it's worth it though. Definitely didn't get anything special out of it, like no like fancy like weapon or anything, because of course it's all randomized. So one thing that kind of sucks in this game is like unless something's actually on the ground, which means it was like, you know, purposely put there. Everything in chests is completely randomized, so you could just get a bunch of shit. There's a treasure room with like 20 items, like every single one of them just has like, it just keeps coming back. Each of them just has like a shoddy amulet or something. So I didn't play Final Fantasy 9 until much later, because Final Fantasy 7 and 8 both came out on PC, which is where I played them. I didn't have PS1 back then, so I played it on PC, and of course Final Fantasy 9 didn't come out on PC until much later, obviously. So I think I played Final Fantasy 9 first via emulation, and then play a lot of it. Because, you know, once you have emulation, you're like, alright, I have like millions of different games to play. So the first time I beat Final Fantasy 9 was for Fast Forward, or for RPG Quest. I'd never beaten it. I played a little bit of it just to say. Game had scaling. See, I don't mind scaling. Like if let's say you need to go back to areas you've already been to, and at least you're fighting things that are giving you experience and stuff, instead of just, you know, going to an area you've already been to and everything just dies one hit, and you can't turn off encounters. So it's just a slog. I'd rather fight things that actually gives me money and experience. Oh, for sure, yeah. Is that Chimera of some kind? Skillabro, he's stuck on the other side. Come back here. Oh, there he is. Chimera. I'm gonna say, where's the music? Can't hit him up there. Suck this health out at least. Let's get a bro now. No, my skiller, bro, you bastard. Recovered the Jade Octahedron, an 8-sided Jade runestone from within the Chimera's bowels. Hopefully I wear gloves before doing that. Should be returned to Jarek in Baldur's Gate. I don't think I searched that thing that deeply, but I guess I did. Actually, level nature soft lock. Well, I guess if you grind specifically, but at that point in gaming, grinding wasn't really a common thing, like unless you really went out of your way to do it. So if you played it normally, you really wouldn't have had too much of an issue. And music's gone. Bye, music. Oh, jeez. Discarding mimics. It's not fair. Oh god. This thing's a bit hard. It's been funny. Kill the boss and just die to the mimic afterwards. Alright, guess we're done here. Let's go back. Let's fix level steps where enemies get big new attacks, yeah. It just gives you more of a challenge, that's all.
Welcome back, friend. My shop carries the finest armor and weapons, the work of local master craftsmen, as well as imports from Waterdeep and Arm.
Come on. Remarkable scimitar. Grand Scimitar. Oh, should have kept the Grand Scimitar. Oh well. Guess I could always rebuy it.
You'll find no other merchant with quality and prices to match mine. I've been supplying brave adventurers for over a decade.
So many stones. Did I pick up any new stones? I don't think so. Where did I... What's my list of what stones do? Got a whole bunch of armor. I could buff. I got fire resistance. Let's see. Do slow and stun, elemental resistance, melee damage reflected, HP, plus 1 power attack, cold resistance, shield expert,
everything you need right here.
fire resistance, acid poison resistance, increased treasure drops with pearl, that could be useful. Shock resistance, damage resistance, plus 5 magic energy and minus 15% to weight. That's on the specifically on the armor.
Quality and prices to match mine.
That could be useful too with emeralds. Be good mostly on the actual main piece of armor though, like the chest plate, because of the weight reduction. I'm going Great Banes.
If you need weapons,
How's it going on your end?
to protect you from someone else.
Back going good now. Back to normal, hopefully. What's this one do again? This one's strength. I should make like stronger. I got this like super wisdom one I made here, 16 pearls. Took up like all my money.
I receive new shipments frequently.
More strength would just give me more weight limit, so that's pretty meh.
Check back from time
I
to
can just make more wisdom stuff. Or I can make intelligence, but yeah. Let's see, is there what's intelligence? Aquamarines.
My shop carries the finest armor.
QTs, yeah.
The work of local master craftsmen.
He's all here.
as well as
Yeah, Archika's really pulling the head, isn't it? 87 votes to 59. Wow. I think we got a clear winner of what's coming up in the fast forward.
I receive new shipments frequently. So if you don't see something here now, check back from time to time.
Let's do sprint. Coins are 4,000 a pop. Pearls at least were only 2,000 a pop, so making the +5 or +5 wisdom amulet wasn't too bad. This would cost me like way more. We need like 16 of these plus 16 of the rune stones. I need like 5,000 bucks a piece. So it's 80,000 bucks just to buy the gems. Plus I need to actually like do the workshop thing, which is another like probably like 20, 30, 40,000. Am I sure of the PS3 version of Bethesda games? Most the versions I own, I could always pick up the Xbox version for like next to nothing, but eh. I mean, I played them on PS3. I platinumed them. Actually, did I platinum? I don't know if I platinumed Oblivion. Maybe I didn't. I'm sure it's fine. Oblivion makes you appreciate the voice actors of Skyrim. Yeah. I'm sure they're perfectly fine. See, I never had that happen, so... One of the main things, first of all, with any of those kind of games, always make sure to make multiple saves.
Few ever return from the depths of the halls of the hammer, and with the jade octahedron besides. Well done. Here is your reward.
Hooray! 4,000 XP. Alright, what do we want next? Oceanic Urn of the Brazier of Eternal Flame. Let's go with the urn.
The Oceanic Urn is an aquamarine-studded golden urn, last seen in the hands of pirates based out of Seer's Cove. One of Rendalla's ships could get you there, though you'd have to row ashore yourself.
What the hell we got so buff by rowing a boat? I'll just have my skeleton do it. Return here when you have the oceanic urn. Farewell. Alright, what do we want to spend our points in? 17 points left, eh? Don't really need this one. At some point, but yeah. Dark Possession could be fun. Would definitely reduce making stronger things. So maybe if I have some spare points, I'll throw it in this. This one here, yeah. Okay, so we've maxed out all our like important spells. So I think at this point it's basically like Empower I've already maxed out as well. What's the other Clarity? This one reduces the cost of spells. Throw the points in that. Iron Will. Generation rate, sure. I really need more magical energy. Maybe the Melf's Acid Arrow. I mean, I'm sure it's gonna be better for range attacks, but yeah. Fear could be useful if I get surrounded, but most of the time I just like murder them real quick anyways. Yeah, let's try Dark Possession. Game of history goes fine until you get enough stuff to make your save file get too large and the game breaks. Yeah. Well, for Skyrim, I mean, there's like a million different versions of Skyrim. I'm not gonna be playing on PS3. I'll be playing the one of the later re-releases Skyrim. I'm surprised Oblivion never got like some sort of later re-release. Yeah. Yeah, Bethesda game that actually works on release. Yeah. Yeah. Sure. Yeah, exactly. I mean, technically it's still in in early access. Yep, later stuff, not so much. Somebody said their ship disappeared. They soft locked. That's never fun. Who needs a ship? You can just fly. Latest Baldur's Gate 3 patches constant 15% or 15 FPS loss. That's kind of crazy. The hell did they patch that made it suddenly that bad?
Yes.
Pah!
Am I?
These guys don't have anything to do with this anymore.
Greetings again, adventurer. I trust things are going well for you.
Farewell.
Well met again, adventure. I've heard little.
No, nothing new from these guys. I guess until we, once we get all these items, then I guess we'll go to the next act. Till then, there's not really anything new that happens between the different items. Grand Blue Fantasy RPG is still a thing. I played Final Fantasy X with a keyboard. So yeah. Imagine playing that game with a keyboard, not even a gamepad, just the keyboard. And I enjoyed every second of it. Because it's Final Fantasy VII, best game of all time. Still have my weird ass trapezoidal box. Dark Possession. Midichlorian music. We were all Jedis. We can't take the shit. Sword is clearly floating in the air. It must be a magical. He was like, no, you can't go that way. Make it PC port of Mega Man Legends 1? Yeah, I can see that being rough. Grab his gamepad, yeah. Yeah, back then you're basically hooking up your gamepad to the sound card, which is weird. USB was not a thing yet. But it was higher quality than N64. CPU was anything but maxed out. Dialogue would fall out of sync. Yeah, it's always an issue with PCs. With consoles, at least, you know, you design it for the console you're playing on. With PCs, such a wild west of different configurations that you're never guaranteed to be able to have a playable game. Yeah, exactly. You definitely didn't want to have like the because cartridge space always doubled, right? Like you went from like one size and next size up was like double the space, so you never wanted to go to the next size up if you could. That'd be a lot more expensive. Personally, no, I have my collection basically starts at PS2. Oh, PS1 for the games, but in terms of the consoles, obviously PS2 and PS3 can play PS1 games. So I've got a full PS1 collection, but Yeah, PS2, got the Wii, Switch, the PS5. PS4 is like boxed up because you don't need it anymore with PS5. PS3, got the original OG Xbox, got the 360, got the Wii U, got the PlayStation TV,
Nothing. Just
PSP,
here.
the 3DS with that can play DS games, of course, and modded for video out. All that stuff. Yeah, I know, right? The one advantage cartridge games had, which is the load times, just kept getting worse and worse. Hey, Mr. J, how's it going? Happy weekend. Oh, yeah. Ready to play everything that's coming up. GBA is the only thing I don't have like an actual like. I'm playing GBA games on the Wii U. Remarkable leather boots. What if this? Probably no mimics in this area. It's probably just in the last area. Yeah, I've got a GameCube downstairs, but yeah, I don't have a Game Boy player, and even if I did, it's just easier playing them on the Wii U. My Wii U modded, so I could just play any GBA game on it I wanted anyways. It's still legitimate hardware, even though it's not like a legitimate copy of the game, technically. Oh yeah. I mean, you can... There's the ways of playing... Like, you can get the GameCube player itself for next to nothing. It's the disc is the expensive part. So you need that disc, although I think there's other ways of doing it if you had a modded GameCube, which I don't. I'm gonna use my Wii U, or my Wii U. I'm gonna use my Wii for GameCube games, and I'm gonna use my Wii U for Wii games. Because of course, you know, Wii U you can get component out a lot cheaper than GameCube, so... Eh. Don't need that GameCube. Switch, yes. PS5, no. Pretty sure there's no PS5 emulation. I don't know if there's PS4 emulation, but it's probably very limited. PS3 is about the highest end PlayStation system that's emulated. But Switch, yeah. Switch emulation is pretty good, supposedly. Haven't tried it, but... But yeah, definitely PCs aren't strong enough to emulate PS5. I guess DS and 3DS you can kind of emulate pretty well. The issue with those, for emulating those, is the touchpad, right? You have games that are very touchpad heavy. It's very hard to do that with like a mouse. It's a lot more natural to like actually have a stylus on a screen and just do the movements and stuff than like clicking and dragging with a mouse. Just isn't the same thing. Which I guess you could do with like if you had like a mobile phone or something like that, and you're playing like a DS emulator on that. But how's the Baldur's Gate? It's great. Lots of pew-pewing. Bloodborne, yeah. I could see that. I'm sure at some point, like Brum will release some sort of Bloodborne remaster, but I wonder what From is working on right now, other than like the new Armored Core. I guess they just released, so I mean I guess they're not working on that anymore. Or if they're probably making like an Elden Ring 2 or something like that. Elden Ring DLC. Well, I mean there's probably a different team that works on DLC compared to like new IPs. They wouldn't just stop making new games while they're making DLC. Guarantee they're working on something behind the scenes, whether it's like a Elden Ring 2 or a Dark Souls 4 or Kingfield remaster. Yeah, like that'll ever happen. It'd be very surprising if they suddenly re-release like a Kingsfield. Not releasing the Kingsfield trilogy. Yeah. It's the cookie and cream. The one everybody's been clamoring for. You know, they can block magic. It's just so wrong. Like it dropped something. Helmet or something. From software major game, next is Miyazaki directed. Could be. I'd be surprised if they remaster any of the older stuff. I mean, I doubt Armored Core is anywhere near as profitable compared to like the Soulsborne games. It's first entry for you? Oh yeah. I'd never played any of the Armored Core, so... Metal Wolf Chaos too. Yeah, they need to have an official English release of Metal Wolf Chaos. I'd be very surprised if Metal Wolf Chaos ever gets a release here. Well, I mean, you know what I mean. An official US release. I mean, it basically was English in Japan, but yeah. Oh, was it actually released? Alright, I stand corrected then. I thought it was just Xbox only, and as they got remade. I'm surprised they got a remaster. Final Stage Iron Card 1 a few years ago. Mandatory platforming section. Oh god, I hate games that throw platforming in games that aren't platformers. Like games that are not designed for platforming, and they just shoehorn it in because hey, every game needs platforming. Hate that. Captain Course. Yeah, the Dark Possession actually does a lot of damage. Can I possess multiple dudes? Guess not. Cheese. The Oceanic Urn. Undead pirate no longer possesses the Oceanic Urn. Perhaps it lies the legendary sea temple said to be beneath Seer's Isle. Of course it is. Why would it be here? It's an online Gundam game. Yeah, that's true. Well, plus it's, I mean, licensing is also very hard. Licensing a lot of those things outside of Japan is just a nightmare. So they don't. They just release them in English in Asia, but of course, getting it here unless you're importing, you're usually not playing those games. Earned as another undead pirate. No. Do I have to hunt down 7 more pirates until I find the right one? Let me so ready to rid of your rejuvenation potions. Never know when you might need a little extra magic. It's true. This place seems spoopy. Like a secret. Just gotta like press the button on it. It's like there's definitely a path there. We're gonna fight some frogs. Looks like a very painful sword. Okay. Maybe I can steal health at least. Take it. More secrets. These secrets are very obvious. Not the club. Reason we'll never get any front mission games because of Left Alive. What's Left Alive? I mean, we're getting a lot of remasters of the old front mission games, so... Like, how well have the front mission games sold so far? And we got a physical release of the, I didn't think we were gonna get physical releases of at least one. Because it got a physical release in Europe. At least like a limited run kind of thing, but then we actually got a normal physical release here, which is surprising. That was like a while after the original release too, so must have sold well enough where they decided to actually do a physical print run. Yeah, front mission. It's just like mech games really just don't do that well outside of Japan. Japan absolutely loves its mechs. It's not as big of a thing in North America, so it's not surprising any kind of big mech games don't sell as much outside of Japan. And let's be fair too, like the games get pretty in-depth in terms of like customization and stuff, which can definitely put off a lot of people. Like, it's not just go in and like, here's a character. It's like, no, here's you got like a billion different like types of arms and legs and things like that, and you can customize, and really gets into the weeds of like different weapons and shooting different body parts, and you know, that could be intimidating for a lot of people. Good old Wanzers. Oh, the PS1, yeah. I mean, to be fair, I never played the original one, but PS1 wasn't too bad. Hey, Gygrim. How's it going? Doing a bit of a mech kick. Ordered ahead a few Gundam model kits. Nice. Yeah. How's the move coming? Is the move already... It was... Is it this week you're moving, or is it like the end of last week? Hopefully it's going well. Having a new place later today? Nice. Super excited. Or just more nervous. Who's coming with the stuff tomorrow? That's good. Yeah, hopefully nothing bad. Hopefully it's like, oh, we brought it to a different house. Whoops. Our bad. We thought this, you know... We thought this moving truck went to the dump instead. Sorry. Really more nervous? Yeah, definitely. It's always like nerve-wracking going to a new area. New area, new experiences. I love the water effects in this. I doubt we're going to see too much. It's a very limited market. Yeah, you know, the new one's probably, you know, because it's new, of course. It's one of those things like everybody's jumping on because it's a new thing, but I'm not sure if people are going to forget it as fast as, you know, it got released. Like a month from now, nobody's gonna even mention the word Armored Core. And play leaving with Yap and her friends, have moving company connections. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. The important stuff, right? They beat Dark Souls 3's max number of players. Oh yeah, it's kind of surprising, to be honest. But better question is beating Baldur's Gate 3? The answer is very unlikely. Oh yeah, Armored Core is definitely much older than the Souls games, but it's always been a very niche series. The Armored Core started when PS2 was like a launch title for PS2, wasn't it? For the original Armored Core. Yeah, and that's the thing, right? You suddenly get a lot of streamers playing it, and then everybody just like jumps on board. It's like, oh, let's go try it ourselves. 3 installments? Or yeah, maybe it's the PS1 I'm thinking about. PS1 originally, and then was it a launch title on PS1 then? I don't know. There was definitely a launch of it on PS2, but I think it was a fairly early series too on PS1. It wasn't launch. An uncensored Xenosaga collection. Yeah, good luck. Warcraft 2 is launch title. Okay, that's the one I'm thinking about then. From Software always went really hard on launch titles. Didn't they have like 3 freaking launch titles of the PS2? Like Armored Core, Elden Ring, and Evergrace. Like what the hell? How the hell does one company have 3 launch titles on the system? It's just stupid. Yes, they were. Elden Ring felt like a really just... Or, not Elden Ring, Eternal Ring. Just felt like a really unpolished Kingsfield. Evergrace, just music in that game. It's like, what happens if we just take multiple soundtracks and just put them together? Kingsfield for babies, yeah. It definitely felt very... I mean, it was nice, you know, getting a Kingsfield that ran relatively well. Well, first of all, they didn't have, like, analog stick support. It had analog button support of all things. So you can use the pressure-sensitive buttons on the PS2 controller. But analog sticks? Nah, we're gonna stick with D-pad. It just definitely felt like a worse Kingsfield. No saving. Monolith and approach Nintendo with the 6 games over 10 years plan. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that was a nice thing about playing the games in chronological order. Like, the Kingsfield games are quite fun when I played them. They were, like, very early PS1 games, so... Sure, they were not exactly fast-paced. Very, very slow-paced. But... once you get used to the controls, they were definitely interesting games. So what I'm using right now, Remarkable Crossbow, not that I'm actually actively using it or anything.
I can't carry anything else.
Gotta go back to town. How heavy is that longsword? That's a great sword.
My inventory is full.
Go. Xenoblade X Switch version, yeah. That's the main reason I picked up a Wii U, because, you know, that game didn't seem like it was ever going to get a release on Switch, so it's like, alright, pick up a Wii U, I guess. I downloaded all those, like, those extra, like, those extra packs before they close the store where you can speed up the loading times.
Welcome back, friend. If you need weapons or armor to protect you from someone else's, you've come to the right place.
You most hated console ever. The Wii U is fine, it's just, yeah, Nintendo definitely screwed the pooch with that one. Most systems, they just really didn't market correctly and didn't help them at all. Wait, they able to use that shield? It was like lit up. Oh.
You'll find no other merchant with quality and prices to match mine. I've been supplying brave adventurers.
I wish there was an auto sort button. Where's my auto sort?
If you need weapons or armor to protect you from someone else's,
Well,
you've
GameCube
come to the right place.
was... It still kind of sucked, but the only reason the Wii did as well as it did is because they did really good at marketing that thing towards, like, casual players, right? That's why the Wii did so well. Like, everybody and their grandma had a Wii. Of course, anybody who had a Wii just had one game for it. They had, like, Wii Sports and that's it. So, like, the actual, like, games on it, not so good, but the system just felt, like, crazy. Wii U for Monster Hunter try. Oh, yeah. I think I got a whopping, like, how many games do I have for the Wii U? Like, 5 games. Most of those aren't RPGs. Yep. Yeah, X is, I mean, that's the main reason I picked it up, was for X. I guess there's a Paper Mario on there, which, I mean, to be fair, at that point, Paper Mario wasn't really much of an RPG, but there's, what else did I pick up for it? Where are my Wii U games? It's basically literally Paper Mario Color Splash and Xenoblade Chronicles. Oh yeah, Monster Hunter. Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate, I guess, so it's got, you know, the ultimate version of that, and of course Xenoblade Chronicles. Talk up from the, you mean the Wii? not so much the Wii U, but definitely the Wii. Yeah, I mean that helped a lot. Like in any of the like the old folks' homes and stuff like that, it was definitely the thing to have. It was something that can get them up and playing games and stuff. Play their Wii bowling.
not have the energy required.
Never buying console requires you to buy an external hard drive again. Yeah, that was always fun. I mean, you pretty much, it's not like you need an external hard drive for modern consoles, but you pretty much do if you need extra space, because I picked up one of those SSDs for my PS5 just in case. Not like I need it right now, but at some point I probably will. Terabyte SSD. Well, computer doesn't voltage over the cable. Yeah, it's not a surprise. We Wii U is definitely the worst Nintendo console in recent history. It's probably second only to the Virtual Boy in terms of like the worst selling Nintendo console. Assuming you don't count like revisions of stuff like the, you know, Game Boy Micro and shit like that, but in terms of a actual like mainline console, yeah. Oh yeah, it definitely is. Yeah, so I'm playing all my Game Boy Advance games on it. And like most Nintendo consoles, super easy to mod, so super easy to soft mod, I should say. USB 2.0 Y cable. Yeah. Nintendo doesn't think these things. Wii for the HDMI port? Yeah. I mean, I tried like a Wii game both on the Wii U and the Wii, even though like it's just like the PS3 does for PS1 games, it upscales the games internally. So it definitely looks a little sharper on the Wii U than it does on the Wii. Even going through like, you know, RetroTank or something. Remarkable chain gloves. Lawless is better. Nintendo has deinterlace options. Well, Phantasy Star Online has progressive scan out. So if you play it with progressive scan, it does look pretty damn good on the Wii. But you definitely don't need deinterlacing for that game. But for other games, yeah, it would definitely look decent. Sea of Stars. Sea of Stars is going to be pretty good. Isn't it getting in a physical release, though, at some point? Not yet, but... Deflicker? Oh, yeah. Yeah, whenever you get a big console, of course, it gets all the shovelware. I mean, if you're looking for shovelware, look at stuff like DS. I think DS probably has more shovelware than the PS2 did. Nintendo consoles love their shovelware. Or rather, shovelware manufacturers love those consoles. Everybody has one. Let's have like every like Imagine Babies game possible on here. Cat dogs. And Nintendo cats. How big of a bookshelf would you need if you want to collect every Wii game? It would take up a lot of space.
It won't move.
Yeah. I remember seeing like photos of some people who had like a complete Wii collection, and yeah, that's a massive fucking bookshelf. That'd definitely be one challenge I would never attempt. Like that would be one console challenge I should say I would never attempt as a play all the Wii games challenge. Because my god, there's so much dreck. 1,640 games, that's just stupid. And how many games did the average person who had a Wii buy? Like, 2? And one of those was Wii Sports. I think in general, like, the Wii would be very hard to collect for because nobody bought the games, but I guess they're just clearing out so many of those games fairly recently that they're still very cheap to find. You know, nobody actually bought them originally, they're just brand new sealed. Next to nothing. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely some games, like the Mario games and stuff like that, but I think the majority of people had a Wii and only had Wii Sports, nothing else on it. So, like, the average number of games purchased on the Wii was like one additional game or something stupid like that, stupidly low. Because they sold so many of those Wii consoles, and since they came with Wii Sports, and that's what anybody would just play, it was just not selling anything. I have 52 Wii games, ouch. How many do I have? RPGs, there's, I don't know, 20-ish, if even that. Not even, there's like 15, 16 Wii games. Of course, that's exclusives, not counting multi-console stuff, because why the hell would you want to play the Wii version for any, Although I guess it wasn't... well, I guess for multi-console would have been like PS2 and Wii. It wouldn't have been like PS3, Xbox 360 and Wii, because you can't... You'd have to make it like a completely different game for the Wii compared to those other systems. Yeah, Wii U, like, counting those other games I bought for it, for the Wii U, I have like 5 games for the Wii U. It's so stupid. The Wii hard pad. Yeah, that's another thing too, the Wii had so many different, like, like, accessories. Mostly just, like, plastic things you'd strap your Wiimote into to give you, like, a fake, you know, golf club or You know, just shit like that for like all the different games, all the like Wii Sports games and stuff. They sold so much crap for that system. It's ridiculous. Yeah, you know, games that would take good advantage of the Wiimote would definitely be better. Instead of games that just throw in like random motion controls because, you know, we gotta, because it's the Wii. Games that just throw in waggle controls for the hell of it are the worst. Good thing for maps, because I would never spot these exits. It's secrets. Got a runestone. Taking a distracted bow and arrow, baseball bat, yeah. It's just... it's ridiculous the amount of plastic crap they had. And none of those were necessary at all, because you could just use your what the hell did I hit there? Door just opened itself, I guess. Typing in emails and passwords, yeah. And any games that any consoles, like just doing any sort of typing is just awkward as hell using a controller. Whether it's, you know, like a Wii controller where you get a point on the screen, or just using it like a D-pad or whatever. History Xbox had 06, but we had Sonic Boom, Sonic Black Knight, and Secret Rings. Oh, easier to pop out on the Wii. It wasn't the quality reg, it was just the rarity. Because nobody bought those systems. Those fewer and fewer games. I'm sure. I wonder how many of those things were just like thrown out over the years. Like they couldn't get rid of them, they couldn't sell them, they couldn't give them away, so they just send them to the landfill. Of course, now since nobody has a copy, they just go for stupid prices because people collect now. Yeah, that definitely didn't help. You couldn't pop out as many games as you wanted, like Nintendo dictated how many games you would be getting. Versus like Sony systems, they could just dump like, you know, like hundreds of thousands of copies of a game, and then like the game doesn't sell at all, and they're just sitting on all the stock. So it's true. Yeah, luckily most of my collection happened before the prices went stupid. For the most part, it was mostly like the DS, 3DS stuff I collected after the prices started kind of skyrocketing. Luckily now I'm done collecting for that stuff, so all I have now is the all I'm collecting now is like the newer releases, so those ones I could like basically wait for them to drop in price. No rush on those. Into Goodwill and yard sales. That's the problem nowadays, though, is trying to find a good deal in those places. It's very difficult because people can easily look it up on the internet, and you always have news stories about stupid shit like, you know, copies of Super Mario 64 or whatever selling for like $1 million, so people are like, oh my god, got these old games, these must be worth a lot of money, and they just ask way too much, right? Got that PS1 Goodwill for 25 bucks. Nice. Yep. Yeah, like the media, I mean, the media will probably outlive us if they're kept in good condition. But it really depends on your area. Like if you're living in an area that has like a lot of humidity and, you know, it's definitely gonna degrade a lot faster than you live somewhere that's, you know, temperate and good climate control kind of stuff. But there is definitely a shelf life. Luckily, most of that stuff is digitally preserved at this point, so it's not like you absolutely, like, for collection purposes, a lot of times it's one of those things where, you know, it's better not to play the, the copy you have, just in case. $110, nice. I'm trying to think of the most I spent on a game. It's always... The most you spend on a game is always the last ones you need to finish part of your collection. That's always the case. Like I think Persona was like the last game I picked up for PS1. And I mean, it's way cheaper than it is right now, but still spent like I forget how much I spent for that. It was close to $200 Canadian at that point. Then let's see, on the DS it was like Solo to Robo. Look how much I spent on that one. It wasn't cheap. $20 in Division Destiny 2. Like, in total. Up. Feature on for PS2 6 years ago, yeah. Yeah, those games are always like, you know, just one of those games that just doesn't get a very, very big print run. Prices are going to be stupid, of course. Yeah, nowadays you just get brand new games that are like a friggin' $100, which is just stupid. But they're going to drop in price. It's not like you absolutely need to buy it now unless you're going for a collector's edition or something. Wait till like Black Friday, it'll probably be down half price. Once they make all their money from people who have FOMO. Hey GD, it's going good. But yeah, never buy games brand new unless you absolutely positively like don't have anything else to play. We have no reason with all our older games. We have no reason to buy new games like at full price. Just wait. There's absolutely no reason to play it now. Oh yeah, for sure, yeah. But a lot of those games were expensive back then. Of course, nowadays they don't have an excuse of cart prices, considering, you know, it's just print a Blu-ray, so it's not the media that costs anything, it's the development, obviously. Paying a lot of money for the development of the game. Oh yeah, that's what I mean, like, I in hindsight, you know,
Seems to be locked.
it was a good deal.
Seems to be locked.
I think the most I spent on a single game is probably Solo to Robo. What should I even spend on that? I have to look it up. It's probably on my eBay. If I look up my old eBay purchases. That was like the last game on the DS to pick up, right? That one's always been a game that's been expensive. So obviously when things went up in price, it went up too, but didn't go up as much as everything else because, you know, it was already expensive.
I will learn nothing just standing here.
Sola do Robo. Nope. Where do I see my find? Yeah, when I bought that, it was like $350 US. to sell it to Robo. So yeah, that was definitely the most expensive game by far in my collection that I actually spent on. But it was one of those games, like, it's the last game of the collection, last game to pick up for the DS, like, whatever. Yeah. Yeah, like graded games and stuff like that. Like, nah. Games deleted for years, oh yeah. I don't remember, like, I bought this game, like, way long ago, so I don't remember how much I spent for it. Luckily, most of my PS2 collection was done well before prices went nuts. Like, the most I spent on my PS2 game was Quarantine, Dot Hack Quarantine, which is still the most expensive PS2 game, but I got it for, like, I don't know, like $120 maybe? Canadian. These are all Canadian prices, of course. Now it's what, like, $5,000? Like, not that much, but it's just stupid now. And that game was not worth $120, I'll tell you that. Much less the price it goes for now.
I am Diptopt, High Priest of Blibdulpulp.
Blibdulpulp.
Supplication before the Sea Mother, and be cleansed of the heresy you have committed here. Do not be afraid. Your sacrifice will be mercifully painless.
It's plushy nice.
Such blasphemy in the face of the Sea Mother.
I can't hear you. The barrier thing is too loud.
Wash away like so much jetsam in the tide.
Some Fallen Skyrim and Fallout 4. I mean, those are hard games to finish, though. Let's be fair. Diptotes. Skelly boy! Save me, Skelly boy! Skelly boy, help! I suppose I can use fire on something in the water. Weight reduction mobs, yeah. Weird thing is we got a bunch of adult mods brought up. Of course we... Yeah, I've actually got that coming up very soon too. Champions of Norath. We got like all the friggin' Snowblind games back to back. Fallout, followed by this one, followed by it's gonna mean 2 games from now because we're gonna have Crystal Chronicles next, followed by the Fast Forward game, which is probably gonna be Orishika. Followed by is it Champions of Norath after that, or is it the Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance on the GBA? Either way, it's coming up in the next 5 games. Yeah, it's after the GBA one. Pokemon Coliseum. Got a Pokemons. No, you're thinking of EverQuest Online Adventures. Champions of Norath is completely offline, just like this game. You can play multiplayer, but offline only. But the EverQuest Online Adventures, that one is an online required game, and that one isn't part of RPG Quest because of that. There's two games like Champions of Norath. You got Champions of Norath and Champions Return to Arms. Those are both like this game here, single player for the most part. You can play co-op with just hack and slash kind of thing, but I've never quest kind of skin. You have both. Across the room comes the sound of a door opening. I imagine the EverQuest Online Adventure is probably it's not playable in any way nowadays. I wonder if there's even fan servers. Probably not. I mean, there might be. Who knows with fans nowadays? I've never tried those ones because I never, I had a PS2 for a long, long time, but I never had the online adapter until, more recently.
Welcome back, friend.
Yeah, but Fantasy Star, that one,
My shop
for good
carries
reason,
the
has
the work of
a lot of fan
local
support, but
master
EverQuest Online
craftsmen
Adventures, I've never heard anybody ever talk about that game at all, so I'd be extremely surprised. Some room.
You'll find no other merchant with quality and prices to match mine. I've been supplying brave adventurers for over a decade.
Play Fantasy Star free.
Seeking arms and armor? I have everything you need right here.
Project Return Home. Yeah, I mean, it's still current, though. I mean, with the release of Fantasy Star Online 2 or whatever, or 3 or what the hell it's called, on the Xbox and whatnot. I guess it's Fantasy Star Online 2, right? Because you had Fantasy Star Online Episode 1 and 2 and 3. So it wasn't actually like number 3, it was just Episode 3, Part 1. You found Oceanic Urn, aquamarine studded golden urn, hidden within the altar to Little Blue. Return to Jarek and Baldur's. Ow! What the hell? It's rude.
It won't move.
If they didn't have these things show up on the map, I'd miss so many of these secret areas. I can just see them super easily, though. +1 superior defending staff. It's better. 5 to 18. No. Definitely mine. It's pretty uncommon to find, like, actual, like, magical items in this.
Seems to be locked.
Wait, there's a secret. Secret.
I can't carry anything else.
It's probably not worth that much anyways. Alright, I think we're done here. Well, there was that stuff all the way over there. I think that's probably what opened up when I heard, like, it said something about, like, hearing a door opening up or something. Gotta hop to it.
It won't move.
There's a secret area, though. More secret areas.
I can't carry anything else.
Remarkable iron shield, eh? Do you have anything that's really shitty that I could throw away? One pan for $100. You can actually use this if I really wanted to. If I need some extra defense, not like I'm using this thing actually. Well, it does give me like 1 AC per for each armor piece worn, so I'm getting like 4 AC. But the shield does give me like, yeah, it's only 1 extra AC really compared to that staff. And it weighs 15 pounds, so I think we'll stick with the staff.
I cannot hold anymore.
It's more bang for my buck. This one is. Alright, I think we're done here. Let's go back. Right, I've got to find the brazier of something or other. Oceanic is missing from your belongings. One or more cunning thieves must have disguised themselves as members of the ship's crew and followed you into the sea cave. I recalled back home. How? Something without you realizing it. Perhaps Jarek will know what to do. How? I literally teleported home. This makes no sense. Game's bullshitting me. Such bullshit. Yeah, they stole it when you somehow took the boat while casting recall.
My shop carries the finest armor and weapons, the work of local master craftsmen as
So
well
bullshit.
as imports from Waterdeep and Arm.
Game cheats, man.
I receive new shipments frequently, so
Yeah,
if
apparently.
you see something here,
They must have had a recall interceptor and they stole it on the way. Those Imperials with their interceptors, how dare they? What does the emerald do again? Did I have an emerald before? I think I did. Took it off something just to test. Is this? Yeah, it's the magic energy. Yeah, it's the one I can't buy, so even if I wanted to make like a something with like plus 25 magic energy or whatever, I wouldn't be able to.
protect you from someone else's, you've come to the right place.
But I guess I could throw it on to one of our current pieces of armor. This one here. If I find something better than fine scale mail, I could probably pick those emeralds off and just make my own. Just need a couple of runestones. Sivbot, where are you?
Hop, 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 hop.
Hard to block. Yeah. Always forget about blocking. Not that I need to do it as a magic caster. Getting attacked, you're probably in trouble.
I cannot do that here.
Hop. Have you recovered the oceanic urn from Seer's Isle?
I did, but somehow somebody stole it from me when I was teleporting to town.
I had heard as much, but had hoped it only a rumor. My sources tell me the thieves are en route to the town of Hill's Edge, where they
Of course
will
they are.
hand the item over to a band of Zentarim. Can you recover the artifact?
Fine. Talk about padding the game. It's like, no, you thought it was easy enough? First you kill that undead dude who's like, oh no, it's got to be in the temples. And you go into the temple, you grab it. Now it's like, all right, no, you got to go chase it down. Like, what the hell?
Hop, 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 hop.
Heel's Edge. Was it always nighttime? When we waited until it was daytime? So we're trying to sneak in. I'll pause time here for a second and grab a drink real quick, and I'll be back in just a second. I'm back. Giants. Hill giants, we gotta kite these guys. I played EverQuest, I know what to do. I just had to go grab a drink. It's like embedded his face into my skeleton. God, it stinks in here. Gamer girl lemonade. It sounds like something they would, you know. Is that when they bathe themselves in lemon in a bathtub full of lemonade and they just sell Gamer girl bathwater, but extra sweet. Not surprising these guys are tanky as hell. A remarkable half-plate helmet. Maybe I should grab that next tier of armor stuff. It's so heavy though.
Hop, hop, hop.
You know, he's just keeping his boner out there for everybody to see. That's why this is a rated T game. I had to double check. I wasn't sure what the rating was on this. Doesn't seem like it'd be enough violence to warrant a rated M. I don't even know what I'm fighting half the time. Whatever they are, they're not undead. It's probably the bandits, I'm guessing. Well, like fully armored bandits. Doesn't seem like archers would... It doesn't really make sense that archers would have like full plate armor. That just seems odd. An archer, you typically want to be like, you know, easier. I guess they were using crossbows. Imagine a regular bow archer would not want to wear heavy plate mail. It'd be a little hard to use your bow in that.
What the? That's him! He must be here for the urn. His head's worth a small fortune, men. Don't hold back.
Urn. Grab all their stuff. There's so many shields and weapons and they're disintegrating for some reason. Must be shoddy workmanship. What the hell? Who's nuking me? Stop it. Ow. Recover the stolen oceanic urn from the body of the thief who stole it. It should be returned to Jarek and Baldur's Gate. Except you'll get stolen again, because we like stealing things from you. I love that lifesteal. I still don't know why the hell these guys are wearing full suits of armor. It seems really weird, unless you're like about to go into a massive battle or something. Let's just chill out with our full plate armor. I know, right? It's the best mod for it. They should totally have like a Baldur's Gate 3 mode where you just played as Dark Alliance. Single character, just go kill everything. I'm sure there's gonna be a fan mod for it at some point. Because clearly the Dark Alliance re-release or whatever the hell they have on the PS5 is clearly super high quality. The world map. Can I go inside these buildings? Sephiroth Highwind, thank you so much for the 30 months of awesome support. It is indeed a classic. Thanks so much for the continued support. How's it going this fine afternoon? Ready to hop to it? Alright, guess we're done here. Let's get out of here. Go over here. Feels like there'd be a secret over here. Oh, this is like an entire village. We just murdered everybody in the village. Alright, hopefully nobody else steals our thing on the way back. Oh, it went missing again. I don't know what happened.
I understand the Hill's Edge affair was bloody, but no matter, you've recovered the Oceanic Urn just the same. As promised, your reward.
Tell me about the brazier.
The Brazier of Eternal Flame is a wide bronze fire pot studded with sparkling jacinth. It was once in the treasury of Dragonspear Castle, but lies somewhere in the caverns beneath the place now, having been stolen by monsters.
Remember this guy? I do not know. Working the Beholder in the first game. So he's gonna stab us in the back, is what you're saying? Wouldn't be surprised. Maybe if and when we rescue the other dudes, they'll be like, oh, what the hell, you're working with this guy? He's actually the big bad all along.
I receive new shipments free.
He's the boss.
So, if you don't see something here now, check back from
Guess
time
we'll use
to
these Grand Scimitar instead of the Superior Longsword. It's remarkable.
If you need weapons,
Should I hold on to this?
protect
Nah.
from someone else.
I'm very close to leveling up, like,
to the right place.
but do I even want to get the higher tier armor? Seems like a waste of points, especially as a non-melee character.
Seeking arms and armor? I have everything you need right here.
Let's sell off a bit of these. Feels like we're I had a lot less weight before.
If you need weapons,
These
or
gems aren't
armor to protect
very heavy at all.
someone else's, you've come to the right place.
These rejuvenation potions, maybe? I don't know. Oops. Alright. Let's head off to the last thing. I'm assuming that's going to be the end of this chapter once we pick up this last one. But of course, it's probably going to get us to run around like the urn. Won't be as simple as like going there and picking it up and bringing it back. Or maybe the urn was the last thing on the list. I just did it kind of out of order, so maybe the urn was the one that was the most pain in the ass because it was the last one. So hopefully this will be a straightforward, just go pick it up. Dragonspear Castle. You wake in the middle of the night, find your camp overrun by monsters from nearby troll claws. Defend yourself. Oh god, oh god, oh god. That's a lot of dudes. Oh god. Good thing they're very weak to fire. Came from 4chan. All the internet trolls all at once. Alright. 17 points. So we've already maxed out all the stuff I really care about at this point. Yeah, max out this for the hell of it. I guess I could start reducing the points, the cost of this stuff. Because other than that, what am I going to use it on? Like, who cares about the speed? Who cares about this stuff here? Maybe acid arrows, the only other potential weapon thing, but take a lot of points to get to the point where it's useful. Like I need the more magic energy. It could probably be useful at some point. Me just carrying more shit. I mean, I just go back to town, so whatever. But yeah. So either I put 6 points into this, which, or reduce the cost. Let's do that. 4 points left. Guys keep spawning? If so, they're going to be some good XP. Because, I mean, we leveled up and we're already, like, 20% into the next level. It's like one shoot of fire is enough to pick one of them out. It's really easy XP. No more spawns. Let's proceed north to reach Spear Castle. But I want more dudes. So many trolls. No. It must have been like just off screen, so when I came closer they came back on screen or something. There weren't actually new spawns. Oh well. To the world map. Can I go back into it? No. Alright. See. Some weak gobos again. Some really weak ass gobos. My skeleton just standing there. Why not goblins? Gotta throw us some, like, trash mobs. I can't... kept interrupting me. Must explore every nook and cranny. Well, since I've seen a weapon rack. I'd say these are some brave goblins. Stupid but brave. So much crap. I'm gonna fill up on potions again every time. We definitely drop those things like crazy. You know, I think the only time they ever used... Oh no, I was gonna say the only time they ever used like barrels and stuff to get above things was at the beginning of the game. There was one other time. Very uncommon thing that they want you to like jump over things using barrels and boxes and whatnot. So uncommon that I'm not surprised people just smash everything and don't carry it with them. Yeah, 126,000. Once we hit the next chapter or whatever, next act, assuming I can turn in like 2 or 3 times into that dude who trades money for experience, I'll have like 3 or 4 levels. You can also make some badass equipment that has like tons of like wisdom and stuff. I'm not sure what I'd even want to put on like magic, like armor and stuff. Is there like a path into that well? Like an arrow down here. Maybe it's like an exit from the well. Yeah, it's a little overpowered. The only disadvantage is you have a lot of areas where there's like undead or like non-living things. So you can't lifesteal from those. But when you're fighting like any of these creatures that are lifestealing, you're basically invulnerable if you have a big group of them. It's actually better to being against a big group than a small group because you're just stealing life from like 5 dudes at once. You're pretty much invulnerable at that point. Also helps these goblins are super weak. Whatever these other things that are with them, I don't know what those are. Ogres? They're definitely not trolls. The outside. It's relatively cheap to cast too, especially once I have like clarity up maxed and regeneration maxed. I can basically cast it practically forever. Like, look how slowly it's draining my mana. This one here is a little more expensive, but it's also better against, like, undead stuff, because... Oh no.
Inventory is full.
Fine, let's go back and sell some shit. Too much stuff.
Welcome back, friend. You'll find no other merchant with quality and prices to match mine. I've been supplying brave adventurers for over a decade. My prices are always more than fair, friend. What are you looking for?